My name's Colin. I'm founder and CEO of a company called iCIMS. We're a New Jersey-based company, about 300 employees. We focus on pure software as a service talent acquisition suite, help companies manage all of their sourcing, recruitment through onboarding. Service about 1,800 customers worldwide, from very small companies all the way up to Fortune 500s. The sort of tagline of the company is talent acquisition deserves its own suite of solutions. There's been a lot of companies that'll just say, I'll build an applicant tracking system, check a box, move on and do other things. We think that's just too simplistic. That's not what the customer's looking for. Our goal in sort of building out the suite was to really have three core, what we would call sort of workflow management systems. We have a product called Connect, which is really a talent CRM for passive candidates. A product called Recruit, which is obviously the applicant tracking system for managing active applicants. And then a product called Onboard to sort of finish off the life cycle for your new hires. When we sat down, we also said, there's two core fundamental problems that our customers are coming to us with. And they're saying, hey, I'm either not getting enough applicants at all, or they have the other side of the coin, which is I am swarmed by applicants and I need help with that. So we wanted to make sure that we had a suite of what we call sort of power-up solutions to address both of those. On the attraction side, we have social job distribution and employee referral tools to help attract more candidates through social mechanisms, traditional job board posting tools, career site SEO tools. So we want to come to the table with all the tools that we think they'd need to bring more applicants to them. Flipping over to the screening side, if they've got the other problem, we have video cover letters to help them screen, power-ups on sort of I-9 and E-Verify, assessment partners, background partners. So I sort of mentioned we want to be that one-stop shop for everything within talent acquisition. I think one of the big trends that we've been focusing on is talent acquisition is more from what I would say is a pure sort of transactional element of applicant tracking to bringing in a lot of the marketing automation and the sourcing so that you can marry the two together. Really focus on bringing in passive candidates, engaging them early in the process, warming them up, so to say, so that they're ready to actually apply for a job. Pretty much all the data's there and they're ready to go. So I think that's been the big trend recently is the morphing of a CRM and an applicant tracking system into a full-blown suite. Social, mobile, video, all of these have been huge revolutions in our marketplace. I think you only need to walk around, see the booths to see what an impact they're having. I think this was a big part of why we decided to go deep rather than broad. We wanted to make sure that we were extremely good at talent acquisition, and that meant embracing these revolutions. One of the things we did, we bought a social company called Job Magic a year ago, sort of fully integrated into our suite and done a lot of work. We've been working on mobile technologies, coming out with video, so I think we're very much on sort of the cutting edge of these new revolutions in the marketplace. I think one of the greatest travesties of maybe the past generation is that the consumer thought that maybe, hey, you're either SaaS or you're not, and very much a sort of black and white. It's not black and white. We're big believers of the fact that not all SaaS is created equal. We like to joke that there's very little pure SaaS out there and a ton of ghetto SaaS. And what we really say is that there's not a lot of people who stayed true to the religion, with all customers on one product, one release, one version, no customizing, no local installs. I think we bring the purest SaaS model to the talent acquisition industry. And we always like to say, if you want to be good at customer service, I think it's got to start with, you got to be good at software as a service to do that. We're having a really great moment. Even though we're much larger in revenue, we're escalating the year-over-year growth. I think we're taking advantage of a lot of the trends that are going on right now. There's some previous market leaders that have been absorbed into various large companies, maybe losing their way a little bit, not delivering on the customer experience. I just think timing is right for us. You sort of have this fundamental belief that if you do things right, you'll have your moment in the sun, and I think just the focus. focus on being the best in our industry, focus on a pure SaaS model, focus on delivering great customer service, and we just feel that right now is maybe our time to emerge. We are right now very aggressively growing. I think you'll see us probably double the size in the next 2 to 3 years, which is a pretty big accomplishment for us given the size we're already at. The big driver for us is we've really been ratcheting up on the marketing side, just making sure that more people know about us. We're getting a bigger brand out in the marketplace. We've grown out from really a pure applicant tracking system to, as I'd mentioned, this sort of full talent acquisition suite. We can now sell our customers the CRM, the onboarding components, video solutions, social solutions. So I think a big driver of this next phase of growth is going to be cross-selling all of these great solutions into the customer base that we have. Right now we're pretty happy. We sort of have a mantra that we want to bring a new model of company out to the marketplace. I think what we've wanted to show is that we can bring the same scale. So I think people want to see, can you be 50 million plus in revenue? We want to bring the same growth rates, sort of attractive growth rates. Are you growing 30% or over? Very much we are. But we want to do it on a new model, which is pure SaaS. And I think what that translates to is, first of all, 97% of our revenue is recurring revenue. I don't think there's anyone else that has such a pure recurring revenue model. The other thing is we're profitable. You can walk around this trade show. I think you can probably count the profitable vendors on one hand, and that needs to be noted. There's a certain lack of stability in this marketplace, and that's a lot of the funding models that are out here and burning cash. So that's the model, and I think yes, we're bringing the same growth, but fundamentally behind the scenes, it's a different kind of company. We were really excited to roll out iCare internally at the company. I think we had a lot of very young, very passionate, driven people who wanted to have a good social impact, not just come in and work every day. We made the decision we wanted to focus it. You sort of see the theme of the company is focus on something and be excellent at it. The topic of the day was everyone was just talking about the environment. I think it's just hot for everyone, is what can we do? We always said the good news is software as a service. We're helping the environment. We're getting rid of paper resumes, paper applications, etc. But iCare was all about sort of laser focusing in on this. So, we do unique things like we plant trees every time we hire an employee. So we will literally plant trees in their names. We do a lot of carbon offsets. So we sort of calculate our carbon footprint, make sure that we're sort of a carbon neutral company. A ton of beach sweeps, ton of park cleanups, etc. And I think it's just been tremendous because you focus all the energy on one thing and then you can point to it and say, we're really making an impact in that area. I think if I had to sum it up, it's probably a very passionate culture. We're all aligned on sort of the mantra is we want to bring customer service excellence to this industry. I think there's been a lot of good software players out of there, but not a lot of great customer service players. So when we kind of created the company, that was what we wanted to be, differentiate on the service side. So it's a bunch of people that come in every day just sort of saying, we want to excel in customer service and provide the best experience possible. I think behind the scenes, the other culture is we're not necessarily concerned about being the first to market or the most to market. I think there's a lot of vendors that are just, we're coming out with things before other people, or I've got everything under the sun. We always say we just want to be best to market. You don't have to be first, you don't have to be most, but whatever you do, be best and try to win it. And I think that's kind of key to the culture as well. I think all you need to do is kind of walk around and you'll see that social and mobile and video really are the next big things, and I feel like we've done a really good job embracing them. So whether it was through that acquisition that we made on the social side, a lot of the hard work that we've done to be one of the first providers coming out with like true mobile responsive experiences. The video, we're about to launch a video cover letter product, which we're really, really proud of. So I just think it's sort of this next gen of recruitment that we're really excited to sort of be bringing out to our customers. a competitive job market is actually really good because it finally pivots us from thinking just about the recruiter experience to now kind of focusing on the candidate experience. I think the last generation of software was all about, hey, the recruiters are paying the bills. Let's make them happy. Let's build the right software for them. They're going to be the ones who ultimately renew. Maybe not focusing as much on the candidate experience now. I think the good news is, with the market as it is, a lot of people are saying, hang on, I got to go with software that really focuses on the candidate. And that's been a big part of what we've been doing. A better mobile experience for applying, video-enabled candidate experiences, allowing people to apply, with LinkedIn or Facebook or Google+. So I think the major effect is it's time to focus on the candidate, and hopefully I think we're doing a pretty good job. I think the big push for us right now, as we'd mentioned, was trying to convince them that you can't just recruit, you've got to get out there and source. So helping people to embrace the sort of the CRM side of the equation. I think the new touch points are really, now it's time to embrace social, mobile, and video. You'll see customers that are sort of either ready to embrace it or slightly fearful of it. So we recognize that not everyone's exactly at the jumping point. So sort of on us to educate the customers on how is the applicant base changing, what % are applying through mobile devices, what % are applying through social media rather than using a traditional resume. So I think that's going to be the next big thing where we're educating and helping to roll out new technologies.